We are showing a movie to run for approximately 1 hour and 55 minutes.
You've probably seen pilots running to their fighters in plenty of movie scenes before. Well, that doesn't just happen on screen, but in real life too. Have you ever wondered why they do that? What's the point of running to your plane when you could just walk? Questions like these are perfectly natural. You can't even imagine how many interesting little nuances there are in the world of aviation, and it's time we reveal them. But first, let's deal with this run. Is 30 seconds enough?
You know, it's almost like a sprinter ready to take off. And then you get moving.
Why do pilots do these weird things before they fly? To answer this question, we have to go back to the origins of aviation. The first aircraft were made from cheap, lightweight materials, wood and fabric. As you can imagine, these contraptions weren't exactly what you would call reliable. The wooden planes would usually fall apart before they even had a chance to get off the ground, leaving pilots with severe injuries. Many years later, the first full-fledged fighters appeared. It was a technological breakthrough in the military sphere, and strangely enough, it came with a new set of problems. The first internal combustion engines on these aircraft could easily catch fire and destroy the aircraft before takeoff. Modern aircraft like the F-22 Raptor are free from the primitive problems of their predecessors, and testing is now carried out via special equipment.
We were really building a fighter for the 21st century that could take on all of the advanced threats.
But why are pilots still running towards them? It's all about preparing the body. The reality is that the F-22 is a true aircraft of the 21st century. It embodies the latest achievements in technological advancement.
That the Air Force wanted a stealthy fighter. It was also clear that they wanted an airplane that would supercruise, in other words, run supersonically without lighting off the afterburners.
With a maximum flight altitude of 62,000 feet, it can reach speeds of 1,500 miles per hour. Withstanding the forces of moving at twice the speed of sound takes a huge toll on the human body. The average person simply can't handle it and would pass out in mid-flight. To become a pilot of such a powerful aircraft, you have to go through a complex and lengthy training. F-22 pilots spend every day like Olympic athletes. Their 3 daily workouts include meeting standards of strength, physical strain, overload training, and most importantly, cross-country running. Pilots have to be able to run at least 13 miles per hour. Every time an alarm sounds, pilots must run to their aircraft. In war, every second counts, so if a pilot hesitates, they simply may not make it to the most important mission of their life. Running also has physical benefits that prepare the body for flight. And physical preparation is exactly why a pilot runs to his fighter. This sprint activates the muscles and brain while opening up the lungs to receive a large amount of oxygen from the mask. This simple action allows real access to perform amazing aerial feats. And yes, it looks epic. Just as epic as arming the aircraft with missiles. During the charging process, a special device attaches huge rockets larger than a human to the F-22 Raptor's hardpoints. Have you ever wondered how much all this stuff weighs? Let's say we have 6 AIM-120 missiles, each weighing 350 pounds, 2 additional AIM-9 Sidewinder anti-aircraft missiles, and 4,000-pound unguided bombs. Add to that the weight of the onboard Gatling gun and all of its ammunition. The result is at least 4,800 pounds of mass, and the Raptor moves all of it with no problem at all. A true Hercules. Of course, who could blame a pilot for wanting to run such a beautiful beast? How about helicopters? Do their pilots run to them too? Let's find out by taking the biggest, coolest helicopter in the world as an example. The CH-53K King Stallion caused such a stir upon its release that the armies of the world started trembling with fear. Its first intimidating factor is its unbelievable size. It's simply enormous. You could even consider it a full-fledged flying semi-truck with guns. This is the only helicopter in the world capable of lifting heavy equipment weighing up to 16 tons.
It is a heavy lift helicopter. CH-53 Echo Super Stallion is the largest helicopter in the military.
A nearly 1-ton engine serves as the heart of the entire system. The unit has 7,500 horsepower. Now think about how much power your car has, and that should give you an idea of how strong this is. But power always comes at a cost, and this baby guzzles over 265 gallons of fuel per hour.
We're not worried about how much power we have to pull to make a turn or climb or descend. We've got it there at our fingertips.
So are the drawbacks worth it? The answer is, of course they are, because the helicopter is simply amazing. As indisputable proof of this, how about the fact that it was able to accommodate an 8-wheeled LAV-25 armored vehicle and a 155mm M198 howitzer with all of its ammunition and crew?
The CH-53K is a more powerful, safer, and more easily maintained helicopter. While much more powerful than the CH-53E, its modern design makes it much easier to fly and maintain. The overall capacity of the CH-53K is higher, allowing the MAGTF commander the ability to transport anything needed to sustain the warfighters over greater distances.
This giant is so big that it takes at least 6 people and special holding equipment to change its blades. The process to clean it is just as fascinating. Just washing the windows requires the cleaner to risk their life as they hang suspended from a cable. These helicopters can be complicated, as can airplanes. However, in our world, there's only one vehicle that belongs to both categories of aircraft, and yet neither at the same time. I'm talking about the MV-22 Osprey, a tilt rotor that incorporates the individual capabilities of all types of aircraft. Let's start with the fact that the Osprey can reach altitudes of 23,000 feet and a speed of 350 miles per hour. These numbers are better than those of the Sikorsky, but clearly lower than the F-22 Raptor. In this regard, the tilt rotor is still more like a helicopter, but the main question is, how does it take off? The answer is actually quite simple. The Osprey takes off and lands vertically, but once in flight, it can fold in its propellers and move like a normal turboprop aircraft. The Osprey likely has the most complex design in modern aviation, which is what allows it to transform so epically. In addition, the U.S. Navy has entered into a contract to purchase 4 V-22s with completely upgraded equipment and unmanned control. Who knows, maybe robots will come up with some kind of mysterious tradition for this vehicle.
A lot of the future operation concepts of the Marine Corps are going to focus on the Osprey, doing more of what it does and doing it better.
That begs another question. How are such huge aircraft like the legendary B-52 serviced? It's simply gigantic. It's 165 feet long, has a wingspan of 184 feet and a height of 41 feet, which is almost equal to a 5-story building.
It will probably be the most famous airplane ever.
Such a colossus is incredibly difficult to maintain. Its wheels alone weigh 330 pounds each, and that's the lightest version of them. Plus, they have to be swapped out every 5 flights. An even more challenging task is changing the light bulb at the top of the B-52's tail wing. Of course, you could do it like a hero from a movie by getting on top of the plane with no safety harness and changing the light bulb in midair. But of course, nobody does that. The easiest way to solve this problem is to use a crane. That's exactly what most airlines do, and it's probably the most expensive and complicated light bulb repair you can imagine.
B-52 has now become a symbol of more than a bomber. It's a symbol of America's resolve.
And with that, our videos come to an end. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content. Also, don't forget to share your opinion with likes and comments, because we do read them. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.